So, you've just no-clipped into the Backrooms, and you're wondering where you are. To put it simply, you've just entered Level 1, the first frontier of the Backrooms, covered in endless yellow wallpaper, with lights giving off the famous humbuzz. Welcome to your new home. Level 1 scores a 1 on difficulty, 0 on entity count, and 1 on the chaos gradient, giving it a score of 0.667 on the Bassett-Fraser index. When looking around, Level 1 resembles an empty office, with the walls being covered in the iconic yellow wallpaper, and when looking up, you may notice an oily red liquid dripping from the ceiling, causing the floors to be uncomfortably moist. However, no matter how delicious it may look, do not drink this liquid, as it can cause bodily mutations and loss of sanity. When traversing the Infinite Level 1, you will notice it's made of rectangular rooms with seemingly random sizes. Some rooms are impossibly wide, tall, or too narrow to even fit through, and bigger than what should be possible. On top of this, some sections of Level 1 are very damaged, with chunks of the wall on the floor, usually from a pickaxe, although claw marks have been seen. The support beams are usually torn and broken with signs of stretching, and the wallpaper can appear to droop because of the water damage, or can be completely torn off outright. If you ever get tired of the mono yellow floor you're on, well, great news! There are an infinite number of other mono yellow floors to choose from, each separated by about 20 meters. These other floors can be accessed by climbing massive cylinder shafts with steel-plated walls, usually found every few hundred rooms, behind thick steel doors. These doors can be pried open with a crowbar or other similar tool. Once inside these shafts, you'll feel a constant warm, damp breeze, and notice the vents lining the shaft, puffing out carpet fluff, with an unknown liquid leaking out. Sets of blue lights also line the shaft, giving it a faint blue glow. How comforting. When attempting to reach other floors for whatever reason, for example escaping an entity, remember what floor you're on, since every floor looks exactly the same. You can use ropes or other similar tools to climb down the shaft, but be careful when doing so, as falling down the shaft may be an even worse fate, and it's also a pretty stupid way to go. When descending, you may also find precursor checkpoint terminals in the middle of massive steel platforms. Moving back to the yellow insanity, fluorescent lights are commonly found in Level 1, with a constant loud humbuzz coming from them. These lights can also be found broken, with shards of glass on the carpet, with the wires and light bulbs still hanging. The humbuzz that comes from these lights can cause mental effects, such as hearing things that aren't there, and extreme confusion. If you ever begin to feel these effects, hiding in the previously mentioned shafts will stop the symptoms, as the humbuzz cannot be heard when inside. An important thing to note is that inside Level 1, objects don't appear very often, which can lead to dehydration and starvation, so it's very important to pack supplies when going into it. However, in your case, you've just no-clipped in, so best of luck to you. Dead bodies also disappear from where they died, and it's unknown where they go. However, despite all of this terror and gruesomeness, many colonies claim Level 1 as their home, starting off with the UNCB, or the United Nations and Colonies of the Backrooms Outpost Cockney, with a population of around 100 people, which is a collection of doored-off rooms to prevent accidental entry. The BRU, or Backrooms Researchers United Outpost Battery, was originally a research base, which was created when the walls of Level 1 were found to have unusual features. After the experiments finished, it became a residential outpost, now having over 150 residents. The JRC, or Jade Razor Clan Outpost Takashiri, was only created because any member of the UNCB had to have an outpost, so it was created. It has a small population and is rarely used, but there was always one important member of the outpost, never more, never less. Random camps make up the rest of the colonies, which are hard to find and are spread out across Level 1, usually abandoned from years of neglect, with a faded logo on them. The other active camps are run by people who live on level 1, although they are private property and are better left ignored. If for any reason you want to get to level 1, you need to noclip from baseline reality. Other than that, you can enter through level 1 sublevels. However, this is by no means an invitation to try it. This is just for educational purposes. And if you would like to leave, the only exits go to level 2 by finding a special staircase, or by going into one of level 1's sublevels.